Good afternoon, y'all. This is Tim Rice, your life coach. And today's video message is I think most men are monogamous by force. So, as you know, I'm a polygamist. And I have been retired for the last 12 years living over in Dominican Republic. And I was always trying to find myself because me being polygamous and most people being monogamous, I always tried to figure out, you know, why I was the way that I was. So I started to observe monogamous men and their actions. And if you look at the current state of, let's say, America right now, you see men that are all over the place. They just clearly showing you with their behavior, that they are completely polygamist. And then they use words like cheating and, going behind a woman's back, you know. No, they accepted to be monogamous, And I don't think they can really deliver and be what women want them to be. And that's monogamous. So I think a lot of the issues and challenges with men is that they just have not come out the closet and admit that they can't be victims of ideology, of dogma, because culture and religion and whatever, how you grow up makes you be monogamous, And so I could just remember when I was doing monogamy, it was so difficult and I had no self-control. It was miserable. And I noticed that every relationship I got into, monogamy hands down is just for women. Because see, they don't have to come with nothing. And they get everything. And that works out for them. Women want protection and provision, but they've done nothing to earn it. Then when you give them that, you're not really getting what you want because you're a man, Men, they want peace. They want a lot of sex. That's we are who we are by nature, not by government. Government does not dictate our behavior. It does with rules and laws, but when you look at our behavior in real, dude, men are polygamist. Yes, women are monogamous. They're women. They're virtuous women. You can't wife up a woman that is showing you behavior that's unbecoming of a virtuous woman. That's what men do. Men don't. Real men, I'm saying. Strong men, alpha behavior type men. We don't want to be taking care of a woman that is into casual sex or having multiple sex partners, because we know that ain't cool. That's not somebody we want representing our family. And better more, when you start to really learn about masculine and feminine behavior, you realize that if a woman doesn't pair bond with you, basically you're wasting your time because she's not going to give you a full commitment to your family. You understand? So I think that I remember when I was in relationships, I would get with the girl, I would be liking her, and then all of a sudden, as things get deeper, it's always that let's be so only you and I, and that's when it began to the fun left because the hunt was over, and I got to be with this woman every day, and yeah, I don't mind being with her every day, but sex every day, and most of them they can't handle your sexual variety or your sexual energy. For one thing, I mean they have a period every 25 days, and then they have 3 to 6 or 7 days where they can't be touched. So just off that alone, a man would need at least 2 women, I would think, and how we use our sex is very important. When a woman uses her sex outside of creating a family and for marriage, that's ego. That's using your body for money. Sex is a spiritual event. And I believe it is made for the purposes of providing and protecting women. I think that's a man's job. Understand too, man, whenever a woman, most women in a 99.9 percentile, when they making their own money, man, trying to get them to be traditional in a relationship is very difficult, because it's like she got to help you with your job, and you damn right she gonna have like an attitude, when she got to help you with your job, and she got to pay bills, and she expected to do things that men do, you know. It takes a certain amount of energy to do those things. Aggression, being able to go out and work hard and protect the house is something that a man does, and he has to have a certain amount of masculinity to do that. And so when you be with women that have behaved that way, and you're not with a woman that's been trained to be a wife, what happens, man, is that somebody's handing you a woman that's aggressive, that's aggressive like you. I don't want no aggressive woman, man. I don't want no strong woman. I want a woman that's soft, that's meek, that's pleasant, that's nurturing, That's the kind of woman a man want, a real man. I hear about, I see these guys about how they looking for women to come with half. That's a partnership, dude. And, that behavior, like I said, is something that ain't going to work, You have to look at the behavior of a traditional relationship the same as the behavior of the employee and the boss, and the owner, Because what's going to happen is that if I hire somebody, for instance, for example, I'm a boss, I expect them to be submissive, obedient, and to listen to me, And if they don't, I'm going to get rid of them. And what carries more value? What's more important? That you're with your husband and he gives you protection and provision? Or you go to school and get a job and you work under your boss? That job ain't going to give you the sufficient amount of care and protection and finances that your husband is going to give you. So that's something that we really have to think about. We've kind of lost our way with this modern relationship thing. Modern just means masculine or man or wrong or incorrect, ineffective. That's what modern means to me. And I don't really think that modern relationships would work. Maybe for gay or couples or something like that. I don't know. And I still think there has to be a masculine and feminine bond. There has to be polarity there for it to work long term. And so I think that the real reason, in short, the real reason why men suffer in America is that they can't do this monogamy thing. They can't do it. And most of them just don't want to admit it because they'll be outcast in society, So, to me, men, I think if you just come clean and be honest, you'll lose a lot of women that you're dealing with, maybe all of them. But I'm just being honest with you. If you ain't on your goal and your mission and making your money and getting your life straight and working out, dude, you're not really giving much value to the woman anyway. And then why would you want, you can't change it. It has to be the way you want it to be because you're the leader. You're in control. So don't be afraid. Don't bow down to these women and be what they need you to be because you ain't never going to be an effective leader. You're not the boss then. They the bosses, And they just emotional, man. They need a man to be firm, to show them that he ain't gonna bend and twist just because they, want him to, So I think that you just looking at this the wrong way. And yeah, the little situation where women have gotten out of hand, but in the end, man, it comes down to men correcting it, It comes down to men. Women are just victims of dogma, of men, And I say that because they're attached to the world emotionally. So how can they not be? I don't know no other way and when I say that, I don't believe it, It's deeper than that. I know it. I see it. I've experienced it. With all the coaching I've received and the experience I have, I just feel so bad for most women. And the last thing a woman wants is to have to behave like a man, And modern day society with the systems have done that to our women. And then now we wonder why they're not marriageable material. They're not marriageable material because the government, because culture, because religion and politics have created rules and laws to make our women behave like men. And now you're trying to be in a relationship with the behavior of a man. You understand? And I say this with ultimate clarity. I want you to see this view. This is the clarity I say this with. Look at this. You see that clarity? This is how clear I'm talking to you about um, this monogamy thing. I don't think that some men can do it. I'm not saying all men, but I'm saying about 85% of men, they just not going to do well, you know, in a monogamous situation, especially the younger he is and the stronger he is, you know, and the more status that he has. These men always struggle. I'm not talking about the beta male man that don't have enough money and that's out of shape, and he don't really matter when it comes to women in terms of choosing men for their readiness, for being strong and financially stable and intelligent, and having that status. That's what attracts and gives the best result. That's what I think the higher power wants. He wants life to be lived at the highest level. He wants all of us to be fit and to be intelligent and to be spiritually and financially fit. You understand? Just fit. So just remember, fellas, come clean with the women. Go through a transformation. If you know that you're not monogamous and you don't plan on being monogamous, don't misguide these women, man. Understand that your energy is masculine. In order to have that polarity, you can't lie to a woman, because if you lie to her, you destroy her. Women are emotional. They can't take much emotionally. We think that they can, but when you look at in terms of their behavior, they just can't take a whole lot of heartache and pain and lies and just the deceitfulness of men. You understand? Most of them are suffering like beyond what you can imagine based on the actions and the behavior of men. So men, understand, man, in order to provide and protect for a woman, you got to be honest with them and tell them the truth. You can't just play with their hearts and expect to get good results out of that, So I would say, yeah, if you know that deep down in your heart you're a polygamous man, honor it, embrace it. And I say that from experience, because the day I embraced it, it was a rough situation. I remember I was about 25, and I said, forget this, I was in a situation where I had lied to a couple women, I hurt their feelings, and then I fell in love, and I got my own feelings hurt. And I never want to experience that again, And that's when I realized, hey, it's pain that damages people forever. And men, we seek therapy, we develop ourselves, but women, they struggle in that. They struggle because they attach to their challenges with their emotions. We attach with it with logic and reason. And so it's a big difference in how we develop ourselves. You understand? We develop ourselves rationally. They develop themselves emotionally. So, this is something that really hadn't been taught, the difference in our sexes. But it's a big difference, man, and it's important if you decide you want to be a father, a husband, or a boyfriend, and the leader of your home. Women, man, they need constant leadership and direction. And the more modern they act, the more of a leader they need, because that's what makes them misguided. The moment we gave them the responsibility of doing what men need to do, they have less home plate. You understand, so to speak. In a world they know nothing about, man. And we expecting them to come back to the house and take care of the house. How you gonna be with a woman, man? She ain't invested. She not fully committed to having a family. It takes a woman in the house 24/7 in order to have a successful family. You don't believe me? Just look at the results of our children. Children are, another subject I wanna tap on. These children in the household, when they only have one mom in the household, and they've made the dad leave. Look at this LBGY, whatever the other letters are, thing that we're doing. These boys don't think they girls. These boys have been raised with moms, and they see the mannerism and the how the moms act. So these boys, they don't know anything about a man, how the man act, because they're not around their dad. They're around a woman, so they're very emotional, and they kind of misguided because they're around women all the time, and then women giving them advice on how to treat women, and they don't know. These women don't know what they want. They teaching them how to be more of a woman when he's dealing with it, because that's what the movies do. So we dealing with women and we acting like women. That's stuff that's in the movies. You can't believe that crap. Come on now. So, when we're dealing with these women, man, we got to show them masculinity. And it's just not in the household. So these kids are suffering. Even, let's say you take a lesbian or bisexual woman, she don't know what the interaction is with a man. She's grown up with just her mom. And she sees her mom getting damaged and getting ran over by these men. So no female, she wants to know what's up with the other females. So she becomes bisexual or lesbian. You understand what I'm saying? This is behavior. We see behavior, and innately when we see it, instinctively we do what we think can help us the best. You understand? Women, man, they on a pain-pleasure basis. If it gives them pain, they are concerned about the pain. They're not concerned about what they can do to have pleasure, because that's hard work. They're going to take the first thing that's coming. You understand? So they're always going to be living in fear because they're afraid of pain. So it's extremely important that we change the family structure in America and put the father back in the household and let him have control. Get rid of all these rules and these laws. And they're not going to do it. And you know what, fellas? You guys got to man up, man. If you see it ain't going to work with American women, you need to get your passports, keep yourself in shape, learn about how to manage women the right way, and go and get yourself one, man. Go in another country, man. Don't go in and don't be in America with it, because it ain't going to work. And I don't care what you say. You could be mad at me, you can block me, call me all kind of names. I'm telling you right now, women can't be wives unless they're bred to be wives. They're trained and born to be a wife by their mother and their daddy. You understand what I'm saying? I'm telling you that right now. And when you try to take these women outside of that, you're going to be having challenges you don't understand. And you're just not equipped to be dealing with an emotional woman. No man is. They got a PhD in emotions, big dog. So these women that are not traditional, you need to just have a short-term relationship with modern women. Very short-term. In fact, the shorter the better, because guess what? That is messing up your time, that when you do find that traditional woman, you won't know how to react. Especially the younger you are. You young guys, man, y'all don't have a freaking clue if you're not trying to figure it out. You understand? And the things I'm telling you is things that men back home can't tell you. I don't care if you go on YouTube and listen to all these guys. They ain't going to tell you what I'm telling you. Hell, Kevin Samuels ain't going to tell you that. Okay? He trying to put American couples together. I don't know how he did it. And they hated him, and he was soft as butter, as far as I'm concerned. Not in terms of his look or his masculinity, in terms of his stance. I'd have told him the truth. But that was his thing, putting couples together, based on the man being a high value man, so to speak. Where I live at, man, it's guys up here, man, they got big money, man. They don't have a freaking clue, okay? They walk around like they alpha. Dude, these dudes, they just, money is a tool. It's not who you are, okay? You have to develop the knowledge and skills and the abilities to manage women if you want to have one. Otherwise, just be a trick the rest of your life. That's better, you know why? Because you paying it and you going about your business. But to be messing with a woman and you a beta male, you just add to the issues and the challenges of women. You understand? You ought to be ashamed of yourself. And this goes out to the men with that beta behavior. I don't say, hey, I'm alpha. I say that my behavior is alpha as fuck, okay? And I've learned how to be that way. I wasn't born that way, man. I was the most beta male as you can imagine. All men in America basically are on different levels, because the rules and the laws and the way we're being taught trains us to be betas. That's what the problem is in America. The problem is not femininity. It's there ain't no damn masculinity in men. That's the problem. And what's happened is that it's too many men that have been trained and conditioned by their culture and the government, because of the rules and the laws, to behave like women. You understand? And when you got a man behaving like a woman don't have a choice but to stand up and survive. And so she's going to pick up masculine tendencies based on what society has done to her. So you got men acting like women, and you got the government, who's bigger simp than men, giving women the freaking red carpet to come in and destroy our lives. And then you want to take these women and make them wives, man? Have you lost your darn mind? Come on, man. You got to be better than that, man. Y'all feel me on this? I'm just keeping it a buck with you, okay? So I'm telling you right now, man, embrace it. If you are not going to be open and honest with that woman, dude, don't do it, because karma is rough, man. I'm talking about energy. That cheating thing and lying to women is your karma, dude. It's karma. Cheating and lying is your karma. Okay? So be open and honest with them, man. And you know what? You might suffer for a while, but it helps you to develop the skills needed in order to manage women on a serious level. Because, man, let me tell you something. Our women are put here by the higher power. And you know why they're here? They are here for protection and provision. And they need men to protect and provide for them. And if you're a weak man and you can't protect and provide for them, you don't deserve them. This is Tim Rice. Give me some comments down below and let me know how you think about this video. And remember, all about your mission, all about being fit, and all about learning as much as you can about your spirituality. Humans, we can't stop it, man. We 51% ego, and if you're lucky, some of the best of us, and my goal is to be 49% spiritual. And it gotta be that way because guess what? We always gotta choose to live first because God made us. That's what he wants. And be as spiritual as fuck, y'all. I love you, and look, live your life. Remember, life ain't about money. It's about lifestyle. Money is the tool. It takes people with courage to learn how to live real life. One more time, look at that view.